Get your man the flute to play song, the fuck.
Dia Gwitch everyone, Grma Toshi, and welcome back to episode number 110 of the Inline G Flute podcast with me, avec moi, votre host, Sol en ligne. Putain merde, Sol en ligne. I'd love to do an episode in French, but unfortunately, most of my listenership in this podcast is American, and these are uncultured rats that don't know anything. There's no fucking chance you're going to speak a second language. If you're new to the Inline G podcast and you're American, welcome. Come on in. This is what we do around here. We make fun of Americans. I'm sorry. Please stay. I need your dollars. I need your lovely dollars. Right, lads. Anyway, I want to say a special episode for you this week. This is a dog shit episode. I'm going to apologize in advance for the state of what this episode is going to be. Because 2 weeks ago, I had a neurologist on this podcast. A wonderful woman, an incredibly qualified, intelligent woman to talk about all the psychological effects of stage fright on classical musicians. It was so intelligent, and you all ranted and raved about it. Last week, I did a well-researched episode on William Bennett and a book by Edward Blakeman from the BBC on it, reflecting into things. This week, I've left it a bit last minute. It's 4:30 on Thursday. This has to come out in 7.5 hours, and I still don't have a script. So I did what I always do when I don't know what I'm doing. I go on the Instagram and I said, Instagram, help me out. I need a podcast for this week. And listen, I love the listeners of this podcast. You're all wonderful. You're intelligent. Of course you're intelligent. You listen to the Inline G. But when it comes to things like this, you're like fucking chocolate teapots. Useless. Fucking useless. Your ideas were awful. I said, I need an idea for an episode that I can put together in a day, and I'm getting things. I'm like, man, that sounds like a fucking PhD thesis. You think I'd throw that together in a day? Not a chance. I'm stressed out, lads. I've got too much on. I've got like an audition on Monday. The day you're listening to this, I've got a gig. And then tomorrow, when you listen to this, I've got a gig. And then the week after the audition, I've got another gig in the Cologne Philharmonic, and I've got rehearsals for that. And the audition I'm doing is for an orchestra in Frankfurt, and it's fucking sight reading. What the fuck does that mean? Am I prepared or am I not prepared? I don't know. How do you prepare sight reading? What the fuck? How am I meant to do that? And I'm stressed out. And I've been told as well, sorry, that when I get stressed out, my Irish accent gets stronger. You're very lucky. A lot of people pay a lot of money to do this accent to them. You naughty girl. Sorry. sorry. Right. Fuck's sake. Grow up, guys. So, anyway, I asked you. And John pulled through. John Moore. Fantastic fella. Fucking top fella. He had a brilliant idea. And I was like, John, you've hit the nail on the head there. That's the kind of dog shit I need in this podcast. That's the kind of dog shit I can improvise without a script. So this week's episode is Shag, Marry, Kill, Orchestral Excerpt Edition. Basically, John had an idea that I go through the orchestral excerpts and say, would I shag them, would I marry, or kill them? All the flute ones. And at first I thought, what the fuck? And then I thought, John, that's a wonderful idea. That's like the old school Inline G. That's like Inline G episodes 1 to 15 when I didn't know if this podcast was actually going to be good or not. And I got really drunk and just talked bollocks the entire time. That's like old school Inline G. We're back, baby. And I haven't done. There's no script to this whatsoever. I'm raw dogging this. I haven't even bought this episode a drink yet. We're going straight in, no kissing. And I'll not even see her in the morning. I'll leave this episode out to the door in the morning. Leave a couple of quid on the table for a taxi. You look after yourself, love. I'm way to work. So, here's what we're going to do. This is the reason I did it, to be honest, lads. I have this book. I don't even know if Americans use this book or not. Orchestral Probespiel. It's the Bible of orchestral excerpts for flute. I'm going to go through it and tell you if I'd shag, marry, or kill it. Now, the real reason why I'm doing it is because I'm so proud of the work I've done in this book. Because when you go through this book, you'll not know where the excerpts are all the time. They can be part of a symphony, part of an opera, and you don't know exactly where they are, and you have to go fucking find them, and it takes a long time to do. Your old friend Inline G has done that for you. I've made a playlist, a publicly available playlist, which you can ask me for, where in this podcast episode, I'll tell you the exact timings of where to click in each track to get straight to the solo. Unbelievable, right? Am I not fucking perfect? So if you're ever trying to find out where these solos are, just listen to this episode. I'll say, 2 minutes 30 on this track. I'll go into the track in the playlist, skip the 2 minutes 30. You've got your solo. And I've got a range of conductors, orchestras, periods, players, countries, everything. You're so lucky. So I'll go through each one, what recording I've got. I might play the all bit of each one. And then I'll tell you if I'd shag it, marry it, or kill it. And I have some strong opinions on this. So we're going to get started, right, lads? And we're fucking about. I've got to get to the pub here. I can't go to the pub. I've got too much work to do. How do you prepare sight reading? What am I going to do? Just sight read all day? What? Orchestral Probespiel für Flöte. Okay, first one, St. Matthew's Passion, Johann Sebastian Bach. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of background on each piece quickly so you know what's going on here. Also, if you're doing an audition, especially if you're at music college level and they like to ask the all-week question, like, have you researched this? You don't need to research it. Listen to this podcast episode. Every single one of the book will be covered, all right? So, St. Matthew's Passion. It's an oratorio by Bach. There's St. Matthew's and there's St. John's, the two big passions. They're always played at Christmas time. Or at Christmas time, they're not. They're played at Easter time, sorry. Religious texts, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Johann Sebastian Bach, this one here, it comes from an aria called Aus Liebe will mein Heiland sterben. It's a soprano solo. It starts with a flute solo, and at the end of our little solo, the soprano comes in, okay? It's very sad, it's very beautiful. The version I've got in here is from Juliette Hurel. That's the flute player. If you don't know who Juliette is, you're missing out. Juliette is a principal flute over in Rotterdam Philharmonic. She's so fucking French. It hurts. She's unbelievable. I adore her playing. Second favorite player in the world after you know who. And Maëlys de Villeroy is the singer. Unbelievable, by the way. It's off an album called Bach Inspiration, which is actually by, I think it's Juliette's album, actually. I think it's her album. Okay, so Matthew's Passion flute excerpt, marry. All day, every day, marry. It's one of the best solos ever written. And you will be asked for it at auditions, no doubts. Next up, Concerto for Orchestra, Bela Bartok. This recording is... Oh, by the way, in the track for the first one, it's at the start. You don't even have to look for it. Straight at the start. Okay, Concerto for Orchestra. It comes in the fourth movement, the interruto, sorry. This recording is the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Seiji Ozawa. Concerto for Orchestra, basically, the idea is, as you know, a concerto is a piece for a solo instrument accompanied by orchestra. Bartok had this mad idea of thinking, well, I want to make the orchestra the soloist and the accompanist. So all the different instruments get wee moments to show off. The pockets of instruments get moments to show off. It's a virtuoso piece for orchestra to show how good the orchestra is. The fourth movement, Intermezzo Interruto, it's got like a little cadenza for the flute. And that's what you're playing here. It's a cadenza. It's a written out cadenza. It's always the same. It's not like back in the days where you can get different versions of the cadenza. No, it's Bartok's cadenza. If you want to say something clever about it, you can say that Bartok is Hungarian and he puts a lot of Hungarian rhythms into his music, a lot of Hungarian folk rhythms. Really, really well written piece. I love it, especially when you where the rubato starts with a C sharp, goes up to the F sharp. So fucking pretty. The harmony change there is gorgeous. Mari. Next up, Beethoven, Symphony number 3. Beethoven wrote 9 symphonies. You should know this. Part of the curse of the 9. One of many composers who died after writing his 9th symphony. The third is the Eroica Symphony, originally written for Napoleon, who then invaded, I think, Vienna at the time, and Beethoven said, go fuck yourself, and he had a dedication to Napoleon on the front of the score, and he went, go fuck yourself, scribbled it out, and said, I never wrote it for Napoleon, don't know what the fuck you're talking about, fuck you, you wrote it for Napoleon, I'm not drunk, you are, alright? This is from the 4th movement. First ever, in my opinion, the first ever romantic piece of music is the Eroica Symphony. That's where we're in the romantic period very clearly. This recording is by, for Concerto for Orchestra, 3 minutes 40. 3 minutes 40 on the track. Sorry. Okay. This is in the 4th movement, the Allegro Molto. We get the flute solo. It comes at 3 minutes 30 is where this starts. Bim bum, bim bum, bim bum. The recording is by the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra by Claudio Abbado was conducting. I love this piece with all my heart. I don't like the flute solo. I think it's really hard. Getting down to that bottom A in the sempre staccato section with just before that, getting down to that first note is a bit of a nightmare. It never sounds quite right, this solo. I don't know why. It could have been written a wee bit better. I think Beethoven doesn't always write melodically the best. I'm going to shag it. I'm not going to marry it. Next up, Overture for Leonore number 3. Now, Beethoven again. Be really quick here. Overtures only happen for operas, okay? Beethoven only wrote one opera. And it's not really the most appreciated opera. I love it. It's called Fidelio. I think it's fucking class. It's not really appreciated. It's not certainly in the same realm as his 9 symphonies, the late string quartets, the 5 piano concertos, or the violin concerto. It's not that loved. I think it's fucking class. So, you're saying, Gareth, well, but why is it not called the Fidelio Overture? He wrote a load of different overtures, changed his mind multiple times about what he was going to call the opera. This is the 3rd version of the overture he wrote. These days, it's mainly played as a standalone concert piece. It's about 10 minutes long or something. It's played as a standalone piece. Sometimes, if you want to show off, sometimes between the 2nd and 3rd acts, an orchestra will play this overture. The 3rd one is the most commonly played. Now, in this recording, it's the Philadelphia Orchestra conducted by Riccardo Muti. The start is the start. So when you hear play on the track, you'll get the start. Now, the section number 31 is at 3 minutes. Beautiful little bit. 7:40 will get you your tempo 1 section. And then the big famous solo, that's at 8 minutes 50. You're fucking welcome. I would shag this excerpt. Next up, Georges Bizet, L'Arlésienne. What does L'Arlésienne mean? L'Arlèze is a place in France. When someone comes from somewhere in France, you're in yen or yen. Okay, so for example, a Parisien is someone from Paris. Parisienne is also someone from Paris who's female. Male, female. Parisien, Parisienne. So L'Arlésienne is a woman from L'Arlèze, which I have no idea what the fuck that is. I only know it for this. But it's a play. It's incidental music written for a play. It was not finished by Bizet. Bizet didn't finish it himself. And it's the second suite. Now, it's the third movement. It's a minuet. It's a very famous flute solo. When you go into the track here, it is the Opéra de Bastille, which is Paris Opera. Okay? Paris Opera is divided into two because they gig simultaneously in two different opera houses every night. One is the Bastille Opera House, which is the big modern one that looks like Attack of the Clones. We call that planet in Star Wars Kimono or Kamino. Which one's the dress? Where you can see wee arse hanging out the back, and which one's the one where Obi-Wan Kenobi goes and visits? Whatever the one Obi-Wan Kenobi visits, it's that one, Bastille. And then the other one's Palais Garnier, which is like the old opera house, the beautiful one. Bastille is the modern one. It's where you get your Wagner and your heavy stuff. Palais Garnier is when you get your Baroque stuff and your Rameau and all that kind of shit. So they split the orchestra up, and if they're doing recordings, they'll sometimes, instead of saying the orchestra of Paris Opera, they'll say the orchestra of Opera Bastille. It's the same thing. Conductor is Myung-Won Chung, one of my favorite conductors, who was principal conductor of Paris Opera in the 90s, then took over the radio orchestra in the 2000s. I think the flute player is Catherine Canton, who was my teacher back in Paris. I'm pretty sure. I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure. And this comes right at the start, with the harp as well. There's a wee bit of bassoon creeping under as well. It's very similar to the entr'acte, the Carmen. You can see where the ideas come in there with the flute and harp stuff. It's very, very similar. Very French. I would shag that. I would not marry it. Next up, the Carmen ballet music. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I don't know why it's in this book. It's Bizet Carmen, but it's arranged by a guy called Rodeo Scheiderin? I haven't heard of him either. But I found it for the sake of this. The recording in here is by the Boston Pops. It's conducted by Arthur Fiedler. Fuck me. I wrote this a long time ago. Basically, the idea was he wanted to write a ballet suite with more percussion in it in the 60s. It's dog shit. It's absolute dog shit. I've never been asked for this once in my life. I've never heard it. I struggled to find recordings, but I found them anyway. The good thing is, when you start the recording, your excerpt starts straight away. Happy days. Go listen to it. I would kill that one. It's dog shit. Next up, Carmen. Okay, you all know Carmen. You should, okay? If you're going to watch one opera in your life, sit down on YouTube and watch a full version of Carmen. It is the one to watch, okay? Carmen. This version is by Paris Opera, Opera de Paris. Raphael Frubeck is conducting. So, this is the third act. Just before the third act. It's called an entr'acte. So basically, when you finish an act in an opera, the curtain comes down, bit of drama, you can all go out and get your pints, you can go for a piss, and then you come back in after 10 minutes. You get the wee bell going, you down your champagne, you get back in. And then you hold on to your piss for the end of the next act. This comes, so as you've left for your second act, you go out, get your Prosecco, and then dong, get back to your seats. Just before the curtain, before the actors come back on stage, you have an entr'acte, which is a short little piece of music just to go, here, if you're not back in your seat yet, fucking hurry up, we're getting on stage. It's the entr'acte of the third act. It's one of our most famous flute solos. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's with harp, as you all know. This is like the famous, one of the top 5 flute excerpts. You will be asked for this in auditions. You should know about it. It's with harp. It's dolcissimo. It's pianissimo. It's beautiful. It's French. It's wonderful. I would marry it. Okay, we have the 2 Brahms symphony solos. First one is Symphony Number 1. Both of these recordings are by the Boston Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Andres Nielsen's. Symphony Number 1, C minor symphony. Brilliant symphony. This solo comes in the third movement at 3 minutes and 25. It's an alpine melody, okay? So it's got this like alpine horn thing. You like the big lads, like your fucking man Asterix has a big horn. It's one of those things, right? And just before our flute solo, the horn has it, and then the flute plays it. It's a really simple melody, but you have to blast the fuck out of it. You have to play it. Fortissimo is not loud enough in this. You have to blast it. This is German flute playing. as loud as you can. Don't force it. Loads of vibrato. Don't play it too fast. Play bang in time. My only advice as well for this would be put the head joint out a wee bit before you start it. And the solo comes at 3 minutes 25. You're fucking welcome. I'd shag that solo. Wouldn't marry it. I'd shag it. It's not that good. Symphony number 4, Johannes Brahms. Now we're talking. Same recording, same album. This comes in the 4th movement, which is a passacaglia. We've got this movement underneath the bass and like the harmonic progression keeps going and going and going. And then at some point you get the flute solo. Now at that point is 2 minutes and 55 in the recording. You get this lovely descending scale and then the solo where it switches to 3-2. The time stays, the crotchets are still the same. Okay? But you just count it in 3-2. Count it in 3-2. Do not count it in 6-4. For the love of God, it's not written in 6-4. It's written in 3-2. Play it in 3-2. That means you don't play dum da dum da dum dum da dum da dum. That's off. It's dum da dum da dum dum da dum da da da. This is one of the greatest flute solos ever written. I love it. I would marry the fuck out of it. I'd kiss it in the wee head every night. Next up, Dr. Faust. This is dog shit. Ferruccio Pisoni, never heard of him. The recording in here is by the Leon Opera, conducted by Kent Nagano. Dog shit. He died. He didn't even finish writing this, and some student of his finished it. It's got 2 prologues, an intermezzo, and 3 scenes. It's an opera. It's shit. I don't know what you want me to say of this. It's a waltz tempo, this solo. It comes at 2 minutes 30. It's not really a solo you're playing with all the instruments. The solo comes at number 14. It's fast as fuck. It's shite. I've never been asked for it. So, kill. Next up, the big one. Okay, Mary, done. L'après-midi done fun. Debussy, our famous solo. I refuse to say fucking l'après-midi in my Belfast accent. It's l'après-midi done fun. Prélude à l'après-midi done fun. Okay? Fucking learn it. By Claude Debussy. It's the French thing in the world. The recording I put in here is the Concertgebouw Orchestra, conducted by Bernard Haitink. I think the flute player is Emily Bainin, but I'm not 100% sure. In any case, go and listen to it. The flute solo at the start is very famous. The ping number 21 is 2 minutes 05. If you want to find that in the recording, okay? You want to pick up the where that is. 2:05. Mary, obviously. Coppelia by Leo Delibes, who is French. I didn't know this, but I made a note to make sure I know that he's French. Never heard of him either. He wrote a famous waltz. What's that famous waltz Delibes wrote? Anyway, he wrote something famous. He's a one-hit wonder, and it's not this. It's a 3-act ballet. It's in the first act, the prelude. It's at the very... No, it's not at the very start. It's a 4 minutes 05 in the recording, and this recording is with the Royal Opera Covent Garden, conducted by Mark Ermler. Shite. Kill. Don't bother practicing it. Never been asked for it in my life. Next up, Dvorak. 2 Dvorak symphonies. Now, the first one, the recording I've got is the LSO Sir Colin Davies, recorded in the early 2000s. Symphony number 8, G major, is penultimate symphony. It comes in the 4th movement. It's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant symphony. It goes fucking fast, and it's a nightmare to play. So, it's a fun solo. It pops up at 2 minutes and 15 in this recording. I think the recording here might be Gareth Davies playing. Not 100% sure. I know Gareth started in the early 2000s. Don't know exactly. You never know. It's on Spotify. You can look up the flute player. But here, educated guess from the world's biggest flute podcast. I'd shag this one. Great piece of music. Really fucking hard to play. I don't like the solo. Shag it. But you have to learn it. Symphony number 9. This recording is the New York Philharmonic, conducted by Alan Gilbert. First movement. Symphony number 9. Okay. Dvorak, another composer who only wrote 9 symphonies and then popped his clogs. Part of the 9 curse. This is from the first movement. Symphony for the New World. It's when they discovered America. It's got themes in it based from Native American themes. I can't remember the name of the theme now. Like the Tikihaha, Lake Tikihaha or something. That's where the theme comes from. It's most famous for its cor anglais solo, this symphony and movement. But it's a very famous symphony in general. This solo is from the first movement, Allegro Molto. 4 minutes in, we'll get you your first line of the solo, the ba ba bum bum ba ba dum bum bum. Then the next solo, bum bum ba dum da 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 dum dim dum da da dum da 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 dum 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 da da dum. That comes at 7 minutes in the same recording, and then at 8 minutes 10, you have the last recording. There you are. I'd marry that. That's a great solo. Next up, Orpheus, Gluck. Okay, what do you know about Orpheus in the underworld? Quickly, okay? Because we don't want to run out of time in this podcast. Those pints aren't going to drink themselves now. Orpheus in the Underworld. There are 2 well-known versions of this opera. One is by Gluck, who is German, and one is by Offenbach, who is French. although he was born in Cologne, but he's French. Now, Orpheus by Gluck is called Orpheus and Eurydice. It's a serious opera. It's romantic. It's in Italian. It's got a French style of writing, and he's German. No, it's not romantic. It's already classic, sorry. It's classic, yeah. It's serious. It's the grown-up one. It's a proper adult one. The other Orpheus is the same story, is Orpheus Enfer, Orpheus in the Underworld. That's by Offenbach. That's the one with the can in it. Offenbach writes funny operas, okay? That's really important to know. He also wrote La Belle Hélène, for example, another funny opera. He writes like fun, incredibly funny, light, jokey ones. Brilliant, but very, very different. Do not get them mixed up, because they're so different style. This is the serious one from Gluck. It's a really famous flute, so you all know it. It starts at 2 minutes 50 in this recording, and the recording I have is by the Rome Opera, conducted by Pierre Monteau. Really good recording. Go check it out. You'll know this solo. You've probably played it at some point. You do get asked for it a lot, but not really in auditions. It's too long for auditions. But you get asked for it at some point in your life, so it's good to know. Next up, Symphonic Metamorphosis. 2 minutes 30 in the recording. This comes up at it. This recording is the WDR Symphony Orchestra here in Cannes. Westdeutsch Radiofunk, I think is WDR. They're the state radio orchestra for this region. They're based in Cologne, my home city, or my adopted home city, and they're conducted here by Marek Janowski, who was the principal conductor here for a long time. Symphonic Metamorphosis, it's what it says, okay? It takes a theme and develops it and metamorphoses and fucks about with it for the symphony orchestra. The theme is by Carl Maria von Weber. This solo starts at 2 minutes 30. Yeah, 2 minutes 30 in the recording. It's a big solo. It's one of the famous ones. I would admire the life out of it. It's a brilliant solo. Moving on. Tänze aus Galanta, which is Dances of Galanta. Galanta is in Slovakia. This is an orchestral work, 5 different sections. Okay, it's by Zoltan Kodaly. You might know him for a couple of different things. I think Latvian dances as well, didn't he, Kodaly? This is not his best work. This recording I've put in is the Budapest Festival Orchestra. It's conducted by Ivan Fischer. Honestly, I'm going to tell you now, kill this one. Don't bother fucking practicing it. I've never seen it in my life on an audition list. Ever. Fuck it. Kill. Next up, Gustav Mahler, Symphony No. 9. I've put in a classic version here for you. It's the Berlin Philharmonic, conducted by Herbert von Karajan. This is in the Erste Satz, first movement. And what's written here? I haven't translated this here. I'm going to try now. When I started doing these notes in the book, I didn't speak German. Let's see how much better it is now. Plötzlich bedeuten langsamer und leiser. Okay, so plötzlich is like plötzlich bedeuten langsamer. Suddenly much slower and softer, quieter. In the recording, it's bang at the start. Happy days. Great solo. Learn how to play it. It goes up to a top C. In the recording, it is not Jimmy Galway. I thought it was. I think it's Andreas Blau. It's from the 80s, so I think Blau followed Jimmy after he left. Sounds a bit like Andreas Blau. Go listen to it. Mary. Midsummer Night's Dream. Ein Sommernachtstraum is written here. It's Midsummer Night's Dream if you're reading from this book. Felix Mendelssohn Bartholdy. This version is by the Gewandhaus Orchestra in Leipzig, conducted by Riccardo Cagli. Great recording. It's the scherzo. It's 3 minutes 35. You want to find this. It's the famous flute solo. It's all about your double tonguing. It's wonderfully written for the flute. It's amazing. Now, you should know about Midsummer Night's Dream. It's a Shakespeare play. I can never remember it's Midsummer Night's Dream or it's Twelfth Night is the title of it. I always get them mixed up. But anyway, it's one of the magic Shakespeare ones. So Shakespeare wrote a lot of great plays, often very philosophical, dealing with the human condition. This one's a magic one. It's got fairies and fun things, and it's full of humor. Play it like that. It's magic. It's tingly. It's light. It's fun. Okay? Don't take it too seriously, please. Mary, brilliant solo. Next up, the Zauberflöte, which is the magic flute. This is one of Mozart's first, I think it actually might be his first opera in German. It was the style at the time to only write in Italian. For example, he had Così fan tutte. The Zauberflöte was his first time writing in German. I'm pretty sure it was his first one. It's an opera. It's a very famous one for flute players. It's very significant. There is a part where there's a flute on the stage. Usually, you as the player in the orchestra will be the one playing the solos, and the person on stage will just move their fingers up and down. Sometimes you're asked to go on stage, and the flute player is like an extra character. That's fun. And it's even more fun because if you're doing that, you're not playing in the orchestra, and you're getting paid just to do like 3 solos. It's great. It's a long opera. It's fucking brilliant. The first solo here is from the first act in the 8th finale. In the number 8, it's called. It's the finale, sorry, of the first act. It's Wie stark ist nicht in Zauberton. I haven't written that very clearly. But it's a Tamino aria. The version I have here goes right from the start. It goes with the strings. It's by the Staatskapelle in Dresden. Great orchestra. Conducted by Sir Colin Davies. English wanker. Practice it. It's great. Lovely. The second one is from the second act. It's number 13. It's Sarastros aria. Aria de Monastatos. Monastatos is... No, it's not Sarastro. It's Monastatos, Sarastro's mate. Yeah, sorry. Monastatos, not Sarastro. Different person. It's Sarastro's wee friend. But anyway, it's his aria. This is a nice one. It's fast. It goes with the strings. Strings are up nice and light and bouncy. There's a bit of piccolo playing it as well. There's a lot of like, you know, call and response. It's fun. It's light. Practice it. It's very important. And then the last part is the march from number 21, the finale. Very, very famous for the flute. You're totally alone in it as well. Like, no accompaniment for parts of it. Well worth. And then afterwards, the brass come in and the timpani come in and the horns come in and then the singers start afterwards. All three from the Talbot Flute. Mary. Brilliant. Don Giovanni is next. The version I've got of Don Giovanni is by the Mahler Chamber Orchestra. Brilliant orchestra. Americans have this weird thing with chamber orchestras that they view them as nearly less in quality for some reason. Not the case with the Mahler Chamber Orchestra. This is an incredible orchestra in Germany. This version is conducted by Yannick Nézet-Séguin before he got famous and went to New York. Okay. It comes in the first act. The aria is called the Champagne aria. We kind of know it as. It says here, Finchal dal vino, which is until they have some wine. It's sung by Don Giovanni. It's at the very start of the recording. Okay. It's in one. Okay. It's in one. It's not 2/4. It's very, very fast. It's fast. All right. Practice it fast. I mean, it's Mozart. It's Don Giovanni. You don't get any better than that. It's always asked in auditions. Mary. Peter and the Wolf. Okay. The version I've put in this, brilliant. Peter and the Wolf, you should understand this. It's written by Prokofiev. It's not serious. We all stress over this fucking excerpt so much as flute players. It's fun. Man, the version I put in here, so you have a narrator for Peter and the Wolf, and they read out. It's a children's thing. So it's for children to understand different instruments in the orchestra. Each instrument represents a different character or animal, and each character or animal has its own little theme or little, like, melody. Obviously, we're flute players. We're the birds. It's called Der Vogel, which is the bird in this book. The version I've put in is by the Philadelphia Orchestra, but the narrator is David Bowie. It's fucking class. It's fucking class. So go listen to that. In the track, it's at the very, very start. And then there's the Attack of the Cat, which is also at the start. So there's two different tracks in there, and they're both at the start. You can hear them straight away. Marry that one. That's a more fun excerpt than you think. And it's always asked. Always. I've never done an audition in my life where they haven't asked for that one. Practice it. Next up, Daphnis and Chloe. I've done an entire episode on Daphnis and Chloe way back in the day when I used to be more foul-mouthed and young, but now I've tamed my ways. Listen, when I was putting this playlist together, I wanted to get different orchestras, different players, different styles. But in this one, there was only one fucking winner, man. Straight to it. Because I bought the CD of this one day not knowing who the flute player was. And the minute the solo started, I was like, oh, I know that sound. Oh, mummy, I know that sound. So, Levé du Soleil is the first little bit, that little thing there. Learn both parts. I've been asked in auditions before to play the second flute part and the first flute part. Play both. It's straight away at the start of the track, and then in the next track, it's also straight at the track. It starts with the 2-bar solo at the start of the track, so you don't have to look for it. The big solo, this recording is by the Orchestre Philharmonique de Radio France, the best orchestra in France, the Radio Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Myung-Won Chung, our friend from earlier. And the flute player is Magali Mounier. Oh my God, let me just take a break here. If you're at NFA listening to this, first of all, fuck you. Fuck you, I wish I was there, but I wasn't allowed in the country. Go see Magali. Find out wherever she is, go see her. Also, if you see any Inline G guests, go and get a selfie with them and tag me in it, please. Let me live vicariously through you. With my vicariously. Got vicarious veins in my legs. Go. I need a break, lads. Go and find Magali and tell her I said hello. Tell her you listen to the Inline G podcast. I never shut the fuck up about her. This is the best version of that solo. This is the best solo ever written for flute. This is it. I listen to this recording like once a week. And I have done for the last 10 years. It's early Magali. She's quite young in this recording. It's perfect. Where you go. Next up, Bolero from the same album. Radio France Orchestra with Chung. Comes straight at the start of the solo. You have 4 bars out and then the flute starts. Very famous solo. You know what the crack is. I'd marry both of them. Next up, Donna Diana. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, listen. It's at the start of the track in this version. The version I have is of the Vienna State, so the Wiener Staatsoper Wiener Staatsorchester, Vienna State Orchestra. It's the same shit. It's by a composer called Emil Nikolaus von Ritznichik. Never fucking heard of it. It's an opera. Nobody gives a fuck. Don't practice it. Don't listen to it. Kill. Dog shit. Scribble it out. Take that page out and rip it out. Nobody needs it. Next up, Wilhelm Tell. The recording I have is by Academy of St. Martin's in the Field, a brilliant London-based orchestra, like the highest level. For a long time, Sarah Newbold was principal flute in there. No, she was second flute. Michael Cox is principal. Don't know who the current lineup is, but it was Michael and Sarah for a long time. Unbelievable. This one's conducted by Sir Neville Mariner. I think it's still just Neville Mariner at this point. Don't know if he's a sir. The solo comes at 5 minutes 30. It's a very famous solo. It follows the cor anglais. You answer it. It's got a bass underneath of horns and pizzicato strings. You know the solo. And then when you do the dugga 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 dugga, all the staccato stuff, the cor anglais is playing a solo. So shut the fuck up, man. It's not your solo. Shh. How you're wished. I'd shag that one. Next up, Barbara Seville. Very, very famous. You know this one. The version I've got in here is the Chamber Orchestra of Europe. For anyone who doesn't know, Chamber Orchestra of Europe is like an all-star orchestra. They ask players to come. They recommend each other. They used to be based in London. They're not anymore, I don't think, after Brexit. This recording is with Claudio Abbado conducting. I think Placido Domingo's singing on it. I'm sorry about that one. I didn't know back in the day when I made this. But it's narrated by the Barber, this track. It's in the first act, the Cavatina del Figaro. And it's straight at the start in the recording. You know this, okay? Really, really fun to listen to. Fucking nightmare to play. So, I'd shag this. Next up, took me ages to work out what this fucking was. The Diabish Edster is La Gazzaladra or The Thieving Magpie. Overture, Rossini, very famous. The version I have in here is the Philharmonia Orchestra, one of the big 5 London orchestras, which is the Philharmonia, London Philharmonic, London Symphony, Royal Philharmonic, and the other one I can't remember now. Jesus Christ, who? Royal Phil, LPO, LSO, Philharmonic. I mean, it's a big 4. Fuck. Anyway, good orchestra. Carl Maria Giuliani's conducting, and the solo starts at 2 minutes 55. You know this one. I'd shag it. Next up, Le Carnaval des Animaux by Camille Sanson. Okay, you should know this. It's Carnival of the Animals. Each movement represents an animal. It's fun. It's for kiddies. It's not for adults. Don't take it too seriously. The version I have in here is the Orchestra Nazionale di Santa Cecilia, one of the best orchestras in the world, conducted by Sir Antonio Pappano. Volia, it's the bird movement. You all know this one. It's the double tongue one. It's very fast. It starts straight at the start of the track. It's a good version of this. I heard Bayou put out another version of this on one of his recent albums, and it sounds like shit, man. Even his live version, his tonguing's all over the fucking place, but it just goes to show you, if it's good enough for Bayou not to get the tonguing perfect, you don't need to worry about it too much either. It's all about energy in this one. I'd shag that one. I wouldn't mind, because I fucking hate playing it. Schumann Symphony, sorry. Okay. The version I am here, the Symphony Number 1, the Frühling Symphony, which is the Spring Symphony. Vienna Symphony Orchestra, and Fabio Luisi's conducting. This is a really good recording, by the way. Really good. I would listen to it the whole way through if I were you. But anyway, first movement, the first solo starts at 6 minutes 05, and it's all the winds playing together. Okay? And then the solo is with the strings, where it says solo. The next bit is the fourth movement. It starts at 30 seconds in. And then the last one, where it says the Andante solo with the trill, that starts at 5:05. And then the next bit after that at 2:33, that is 6:25. There's all your solos. They're a fucking nightmare to play, but you have to play them, and it's Schumann, which is really good music, so I'll shag that one as well. Die Verkaufte Braut by Smetana. Took me so long to realize that. Okay, it's the Bartered Bride, okay? I didn't know until like fucking recently when I recently, like 5 years ago, when I translated it into French, or I saw it in French, it was like La Fiancée Vendue or something, or La Fiancée Vendre. I can't remember exactly which one. Vendue would make more sense, wouldn't it? Il y a les Français qui écoutent ce podcast. Dis-moi. La Fiancée Vendue, Vendrait? Dis-moi. In any case, it means soul. I thought it was the Battered Bride. I didn't know it was bartered. I've read it for like 20 years. I read this as the Battered Bride. As if like domestic violence, like someone's going home after a few Stellas and the team haven't played very well and the dinner isn't on the table, and Smetana wrote an opera about it. Man, I had no idea it was bartered. I thought it was just someone smacking his bass. Man, I'm not laughing at domestic abuse. Obviously, I'm laughing at the fact that I'm stupid enough to think that Smetana wrote an opera about a man drinking Stella and his football team getting beat 2-0 and his dinner's not on the fucking table again. It's not the case. The Bartered Bride is what it's called. It's from the overture anyway. It's bang at the start, and the recording is the BBC Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Yuri Belshevik. Very good. I'd shag it. And then, by the way, letter B, rehearsal mark in B, starts at 3 minutes. The 168 one starts at 2 minutes 20. And the 249 solo starts at 3:25. And the 3:20 bit starts at 4:20. So the rehearsal mark 3:20 starts at 4 minutes 20 in the recording. You're so lucky I did all this. Don Juan by Richard Strauss. Staatskapelle Dresden. Recorded way back in the 60s, this version. It's at the start of the recording. Again, you're welcome. The first one is All the Winds. The first then the next one is just the flutes at letter A. It's 30 seconds in. You've got All the Winds in again. Nice to play. Strauss is amazing. The good Strauss, not the shit one. Mary. Till Eulenspiegel's Lustige Streiche, which is Till Eulenspiegel is a character. Mary Pranks. These are all the tone poems that Strauss wrote. They're like just big symphonic works for like 15 minutes. Usually on a theme. Again, we've got another recording from the Staatskapelle Dresden. The solo starts at 1:45. The first solo at number 6. And then the one at 2:05 starts at... Sorry, the one at number 7 starts at 2:05. 9 bits of a solo to play. Tip for doing it. Mark in where you're going to move the thumb key. Where you're going to play the B flat thumb and where you're not going to play it. Mark it in. Really useful to do. The first one is a solo with a little bit of strings coming in. And the dum bum bum bum, and the bum bum bum, the strings come in. And then the one after, the ba-da-dum, 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 that's with pizzicato strings. Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt. I'd marry that one. Really good solo. Totenverklärung is Death and Transfiguration. Another Dresden, same album. The solo comes at 1 minute 20. It's a sick man. He's nearly dead in this whole piece, and he's reflecting on his life. It's an amazing piece of music. And then the second one, letter C. Oh, sorry. Letter A is 1 minute 20. The next one is 2 minutes 45. The next one's 3:15. There you are. The Domestic Symphony by Strauss, Sinfonia Domestica. It's a scherzo. This recorded by the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and Fritz Reiners way back in the 50s. Really interesting to listen to this and hear the different sounds in the orchestra. What am I going to say about this? 6 minutes 20 it starts. It's with the oboe, this little solo. Dum da 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 dum 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 da 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 beam. Goes up to the top D. Good luck with that. And the triplets at the end are solo. I shagged that one. Oh, Salome next. Okay, great recording of this by the LSO. Monseigneur Caballé is singing in this for her. She sings Salome. So it's the fourth scene and the start. Etwas ruhiger, it says, which is a bit more calm. Salome is talking to the Tetrarch before she starts to dance and being like, do you really want me to dance? Are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. I did an episode in Salome. Go check it out. It's at the start of the track, this one. And then the next track, the Dance of the Seven Veils, it starts at 1 minute. And that part is by the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra with Herbert von Karajan conducting and Jimmy Galway playing the solo. Fill your boots on that one. Absolutely fucking stunning. Next up... Joseph's Legend. I never liked this one. I never liked this. Tanz Joseph die Sprünge. Anyway, it's 13 seconds in the recording. It's a Staatskapelle Weimar. It's Strauss. I would kill that one. I've never been asked to play it. Der Rosenkavalier. We don't know Der Rosenkavalier, I hope. It's Strauss. Opera. Munich Philharmonic. Christian Thielemann conducting this one. First act. It's a flute cadenza for 2 flute players. Learn both parts. They're going to ask you for both. They always ask you for both. And it comes at 15 seconds in the recording. Learn both parts. It's a flute cadenza. That's it. That's all you need to know. It's a bit for the flute to show off. And then in the next movement, it's from an aria called Mein Lieber Hippolyte. It is 0 and it's 10 seconds in, the next one. And then the last excerpt from Rosenkavalier is the third act, 21 seconds in. You'll get your wee solo there. I would shag all 3 of them. I wouldn't marry them. Jeu de Cartes by Stravinsky. The recording here is the Concertgebouw Orchestra, conducted by Pavel Yervi in 1992, my birth year. It's a little collection of things. It's the second variation. Pas de six is a type of dance. And is it the pas de six? I can't remember. But anyway, 2 minutes 09, you'll get your solo there. Nightmare to play. Absolute fucking nightmare. Bottom C's in the flute orchestral solo. Not great, but it's always asked. It's fun. And shag it. Petrushka, Igor Stravinsky. Philadelphia Orchestra, conducted by Riccardo Muti. Brilliant. So bang at the start of the recording. Do you want my advice? Sticking where the beats are. It's hard to keep counting this, okay? Put the fucking beats in. Tap your feet like fuck when you're going along to it and stay on time. And then for the rest of it, just hold on. The next bit is the cadenza. It comes at 25 seconds into that track. Brilliant. My favorite recording of this is actually not this one. It's Emily Bain doing it on YouTube. You can find it. I think you just look it up. Emily Bain and Petrushka. You can find her doing it. Oh my God, it's beautiful. I would marry the fuck out of that. That is a great solo. So Petrushka, cadenza for flute. Marry. Concerto in S, which is E flat in the German system. That's why it's called that. It's called Dumbarton Oaks. It was written for some rich dude who lived in a mansion or something, or an estate called Dumbarton Oaks. Dumbarton's a part of Scotland. It's a shithole, but that's why it's called that. It's a weird name. It's a short piece. The recording I've got here is the English Chamber Orchestra, conducted by Colin Davis. 3 minutes 08, you'll get your solo. I hate it. It is ass sometimes, though. I've seen it ass, and it's British orchestras certainly will play this piece quite regularly, so it's worth doing. 3 minutes 08, and I would kill that one. I don't like it. Ambroise Thomas Mignon is the next one, which means cute. The Philharmonia Orchestra with Antonio someone conducting. I can't read my own handwriting there. It's the overture. The best thing about this piece is the overture. I've never seen the opera. It's quite common in France, but not outside France. 0:20 will get your first solo. The Andante is 2 minutes 40, and then the Polacca is 4 minutes 05. Nightmare to play. Very rarely asked. Shag it. Swan Lake, which is written here Schwanensee. It's German for Swan Lake. Also, André Prévin conducted in 1976. It's number 23, the Pas de Six. It's the first variation of the Pas de Six. This is the Pas de Six, sorry. 3 minutes 35. Brilliant solo. Shag it. Great. Giuseppe Verdi up next. Aida. This is where you're going to fucking thank me, guys, by the way. How long are we into this podcast? Jesus Christ, we're going to wrap this up. The operas, it took me fucking hours. I mean, fucking hours to find these solos, man. It took so long. You're so fucking I know you're only here for this information, all right? You're not here for my sexy voice. You should be, but you're fucking welcome. Aida by Verdi. Santa Cecilia Orchestra again. Papano conducted in 2015. The first solo is from the third act, first scene. 20 seconds in, you're going to get this in the recording. The next one, there's only one from Aida. Great. Okay, happy days. There's your Aida solo. Falstaff, another Verdi opera. This one's the Berlin Philharmonic, conducted by Abbado in 2000. 35 seconds in the recording, you'll find this wee solo. Both of those, I'd shag them at best. Maybe after a couple of pints. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. Rigoletto, Verdi. First act, bang at the start of the recording, you'll find this solo. Okay, this is the LSO, 1971. Richard, I hate this name. Bonnier. Oh, Jesus Christ. They have to beep that? Bonnie Niggu. I'm really trying, lads. I know. I fucking know what you think. I know what you think you heard. But not. I promise. Shite. Kill. Okay. The last few sections are all Wagner. Kill it all. Fuck Wagner. I hate everything Wagner did. Trying to find the fucking excerpts in the Wagner stuff these operas are like 4 hours long and they don't have titles on the things in the score. Trying to find where these were took me fucking ages. You should be very grateful you can just look these up now. Inline G's done the work for you. Even ChatGPT struggled trying to tell me where these were. But anyway, we'll start. Die Meistersinger von Nuremberg, got the Meister Singers, the Master Singers from Nuremberg. The recording is the Vienna Philharmonic by George Schulte. Second act, seventh scene, 2 minutes 05. For that one, the Meister Singer excerpt 2 minutes 05, you will get your solo. And the second solo where it says sehr ruhig, that's a 3 minutes 40. You're welcome. Shite. Kill. Gotterdämmerung. It's a Bayreuth Festival Orchestra. It's a live recording conducted by Daniel Barenboim in 1991. 0 minutes 50 is where you're going to get the solo in the track. Shite. And if you turn the page for the very last one, it's the very end of the opera. It's like the last couple of minutes. It's fucking Wagner. It's so long. It's 1 minute 40. Shite. Kill. I only married like 5 of them, lads. I hope he's all got something out of this episode. I've raw dogged this. I've enjoyed it. It's a lot of talking. It's an intense episode. I can feel my accent getting stronger. I'm sorry about that. But here, lads, times are hard, right? Go and practice your excerpts. Go and enjoy them. Go listen to them. That's a couple of months working there for me to do that, and this is the way I've chosen to present that information. I hope you got something out of this episode, lads. I'm sorry it's not the usual well-constructed Inline G episode, but here, fuck. I'll be back next week with something proper. Some kind of juicy hot take or some kind of deep dive. But this is pure entertainment and function. There's going to be new merch coming out as well. Keep an eye out for that. Patreon, I didn't even do a read. Listen, if you want to make sure that I can keep making money on this fucking podcast and I get paid for it, go sign up to the Patreon. The link's in the description. Please, if you can. If you're already a patron, I fucking love you. That's it. Lads, go have a lovely weekend. If you're at NFA, go have a Denny's. Please take pictures with people. Your favourite N9G guest, take a picture with them. Tag me in it. I would love to see him. Otherwise, have a lovely weekend. I love you all so much. You're all wonderful. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Get your man the flute to play song, the fuck.
Crocky, halt the druids.